Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. It is about 11:30. No, it's around almost noon. I did not sleep well, but I have also, first thing upon getting up and all dressed, I hit the road and went walkies. It was like 9:30 in the morning, something along those lines, and I was out there and a-walking. So that part was good. More on that later. Idiot thing I did last night, which ties into also my problem. I have ADHD. I've talked about that. Rather severe ADHD. I watched videos about things like this. There's ADHD sleep and why people have problems with normal sleep if you have ADHD, because largely your circadian rhythm is off. Your biorhythms might have it so that you get sleepy at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you naturally sleep until 10 o'clock the next day. But the world doesn't run at 10 o'clock. So you can't go to bed at 2, you have to go to bed at 10. Which means you're going to bed when you're wired. And how are you supposed to sleep properly? And then when you get up, you're supposed to be sleeping. So you're going to be really dragging. So, yeah. And I really experienced this last night. When this happens, no matter what I do, I am doomed. I took a caffeine tablet. When I take a caffeine tablet, it can knock me out. I have fallen asleep in my computer chair when I've taken a caffeine tablet and been tired enough. It's made my brain work properly enough that I can actually sleep. And then, I have fallen asleep in my chair because of that. I took a Benadryl. That is a neurodepressant, which you have to be careful about. That's why they cause constipation, because you have neural tissue in your gut and it slows down the neural tissue. So your gut slows down so you can have issues. But it slows down neural tissue so you can sleep. 1 o'clock in the morning. I was wired, even after taking all that. But I couldn't stay up until 3 or 4 in the morning. I got stuff I have to do in the day. So I went to bed, and even though I've been active, I'm tired. I got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then a couple hours of that half awake, half asleep. I'm not really sleeping, but it went from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock and what felt like a half hour. That sort of days, which actually is restful. Not as restful as actual sleep, but it is restful. So at least I did get some sleep. But before that, I did my laundry last night, and I made sure I had enough coins to do it properly. You need $1.75, which is, 4 plus 3, 7 quarters to do one wash, and then another 7 quarters to do a dry for that. So I made sure I had 2 sets here and 2 sets here, and then I set all the stuff to washing. And then when I set the stuff to dry, I accidentally put 7 quarters into the washer again. And once they're in there, they're in. So I had to take all of my wet stuff into one dryer and put my coins into that, because I didn't have enough coins to split it up. Oops. So somebody here gets a free wash, and luckily my stuff dried, all of it together. And then I got it folded and put away, and yeah, I was wired. So, thumbs up for that. Yay. Normally that doesn't happen anymore, but most of my life, from, even back in high school, I worked graveyard shift when I got old enough to get a job. because that was my schedule. I got a piece of something that's caught on my denture because I had chili and rice. So if I've got a piece of bean skin that attaches to one of my teeth here, my apologies for being gross. But it's flipping and flopping around, yay. Now, if I can get back to what I was thinking about with the whole ADHD thing. Let me check my list and see if I can remember, because I still squirreled quite a bit from topic to topic. I was talking about, yes, I remember I was talking about having severe ADHD and all that stuff, and the sleep. Yeah, so I remember I was talking about that. I can't remember exactly what anymore. Another thing that I have tried to tell my sister about, that ADHD, the severe as I got it, which anecdotally, a lot of people got this issue too. Forget what you're talking about in mid-sentence. Yeah. Right here. Luckily, I'm starting to remember, because it was about the whole sleep thing, and I was telling anecdotes about sleep and my laundry. There we go. So that got all put away, and I was still wired, but I got sleep, and I'm awake now. I'm going to hopefully make some phone calls. I'm gonna go to Walmart. I want to buy a window fan set. The two small fans that fit right in a window. You lower the window on top of them. It's got expanders to fill the whole window, and then it just blows air in or out right there. So I'm gonna go to Walmart, purchase one of those before it gets hot, before the demand is big, so that they don't cost a whole lot more. And then hopefully get my slow cooker moved over here. So that'll be good. I have found, talking about slow cookers and rice, not the stuff I've written down, I have found, back when I was eating a lot of things like Little Debbie's, that I craved Little Debbie's. And then when I was eating candy, I would crave candy. I love rice. Jasmine rice, basmati rice. I love cooking my rice up. I love eating the rice that I've cooked up with the different combinations of spices that I put in it. You know what I crave when I go to Walmart? Rice. I don't want to eat candy. I want a bowl of rice. I don't want any baked goods. I want a bowl of rice. I want rice all the time. Whenever I want a snack, I am thinking, I want to eat some rice. My body is obsessed with rice. And the thing is, it tastes so good. The jasmine rice and the basmati rice, where Jesse Koskinen in the comments had said this on Monday they bought, that sentence was, if you tried to follow that one in English as an American speaker even, I don't even know what I was trying to say there. But on Monday, Jesse Koskinen had purchased some basmati rice. And basmati rice, jasmine brown rice, regular, not regular, but non-brown jasmine rice, even just cooking it on its own, it smells so good. It reaches inside and it grabs hold of a part of me that has never been grabbed that way. It scratches an itch that I never knew was there. I just want to eat rice all the time. Thumbs up? I mean, I looked up, craving rice, and I've talked about that before. It says, if you're craving rice, it's, two possible things are, you're not getting enough carbohydrates, you're not getting enough fiber. Now, I can see the fiber part. I do need more fiber desperately, and I'm not quite sure how to get more fiber, especially since these I can't really do a lot of chewing with, because they have been broken. The only way to really fix them is to get new ones once that happens. But they can put there's two sorts of layers that they put on dentures, a hard layer and then a soft layer, and then there are separate types. And the only thing they could do was put the hard layer on top of that after gluing it. So it's fixed, but it's being broken. It's being repaired. Anytime that there is a flex or pressure, that spot's going to be the first thing that goes clickety crack. And so I don't want to chew anything and then have them break, because 5 years ago it was $1,300 to do one plate. 5 years ago. I don't know how much it would cost now. But no insurance covers dental. And this counts as dental. Yay. But enough whining about that. Let me whine about some other things. I have been exploring a lot. And by exploring a lot, as I've mentioned to my sister, I have entered the part of life where it's you look at you look at cool things and you collect the equivalent of interesting rocks. I am a magpie. I have entered the magpie part of life. So there are fields around where high tension power lines go through. Now there's nothing on these that says don't walk here. There's nothing that says it's owned by a private person, you shouldn't walk through their property. So I've been walking out into those areas because they look cool. And especially up here in northern Shelton, which is on an elevated area, because downtown Shelton's here, and then there's mountainous southern Shelton. But up here, there are all sorts of drainage areas where they're just large fields. And some of them have big divots where if it rains, all the water flows into that. It would naturally flow into there, but since it flows in there naturally anyway, they also redirect other water into those places too. There are a lot of those up here. And when it gets dry, they're cool to walk through. And so I've been walking through fields and around stuff and next to these collection water places, and it's really neat. Am I going to get in trouble for walking on this land? I don't know. And here's something that I've been thinking about, which has probably changed through the years. But back when I had seen signs from like in Germany and such, because I lived there for 2 years while I was in the Air Force, but that was a long time ago, where in the United States, there's a big difference between signs saying don't go here and places like Germany and France or any of those other countries that aren't the United States, where over in Germany, it was enough to go, Achtung, verboten, if there was an issue. You know, it's attention, forbidden. You know, there's danger, don't go into this area, and largely, yeah, that was respected. But signs here in the United States, if they're saying don't go here, they say don't go here. They say this is why you shouldn't go here. They say this is what will happen to you physically. This is the rules and regulations and exact parts in the manual where you can find the rule saying don't do this. So there's a lot on there, because otherwise someone's just going to loophole their way around it and go past the sign. So they give you everything so that you can't. Big difference is in many parts of the country, signs like that will be riddled with bullet holes, and then there's the well-trodden path that goes past the sign saying don't go here. So, yay? I'd say, you know, American individualism, but in many cases it's just pure stupidity, because there's good reasons not to go here, and people die over here every year because they ignored the sign that says don't do this, and they reap the consequences of what they sowed. And yeah, the world is dangerous, and sometimes you get smacked with a big rock. So thumbs up. What else do I have on here? Let me see. Oh, yeah. On my walkies this morning, I had stopped at Walmart. I don't know why. Large enclosed areas like a big box store, because it's big but enclosed, I feel anxiety immediately. That large enclosed feeling is, for whatever reason, my mind just does not like it. I mean, I can come outside and it's large and unenclosed, and that's great. I go into a place like Walmart, immediately there's the flood of adrenaline begins in earnest. And when they're bright, like so many spots in Walmart are, it feels like a bloody spotlight right on me. And it was bad, because it was packed with people. And I don't mind people. I'm a people. I like being around people. That's one of the reasons I like living here. I'm around people. That's a good thing. I like people. I like things that people do. But I'd already been feeling that trickle of adrenaline saying there's bad stuff going on. And with all those people, it got a whole lot worse. And when I had to leave, I was almost running out that door. And once I got out there, it was just... and everything opened up, and it was just a release. It took quite some time for the effects of all the adrenaline that had been flooding me to dissipate. So that hasn't been a good feeling. Adrenaline is not good in that fashion, but that's okay. I was there. I did not get what I needed. I bought some lotion for my legs, my face, my arms, and all the spots that you put lotion where in places, there are spots you don't, because like between your toes, folds of your skin, you're just asking for infection. So it's appropriate places I lotion up, because you need to moisturize, do a skin moisturizing. Anyway though, I was able to buy that, and I bought a watermelon scented thing because I don't want to smell bad. I don't want my place to smell bad. I don't want my things to smell bad. I lived very, very bad when I was an active alcoholic. It was a landfill. It was a pit. It was a garbage dump. It was... nobody should ever have to live the way that I lived. It was bad. And I don't ever want to repeat that. And with here, tiny little room, garbage, my laundry, me, and I can't shower every day, which is why I wash myself so thoroughly every single time that I can't, every morning. So I don't want this room to smell bad. I don't want me to smell bad. So I put a little watermelon, in this case, scented thing in the bathroom, because bathroom things. And I've got sprays, Febreze stuff to spray on my laundry, and I spray the garbage, and I spray the places that I am out here. I am paranoid about smelling bad. So, it's just... again, I lived in a way that nobody should live. I lived in a way that I would not want my worst enemy to live. When I lived the way I was, I got home from work, and every single day I wished I was not alive. Because I was trapped in hell, and not being alive would have been preferable to what I was experiencing. That is the way I felt, because it was that bad. Don't be an active alcoholic, please. If you drink, be very careful. I would not wish that on anybody. Look up alcoholic homes on Google Images. Look at the landfills of people who are active alcoholics and the garbage pits that they live in and eat in and drink in and sleep in. Don't be like that, please. I am so lucky that I survived. I am so just amazingly lucky to be alive now and still sober. Anyway, though, what else do I have on here? Oh, yes, because I had been having troubles with my hydration. I was drinking a lot of tea, but still that wasn't enough. I had to find my mug. I went to my storage unit, dug through my junk, and I found this mug of mine that I had purchased so that I could drink. I am now more properly hydrated because I have been filling it with water and of course using the flavor squirty things, because plain water with nothing actually tends to make my stomach feel bad. I feel like I'm going to throw up if I drink just plain water. I don't know why, but if there's not like particulates in whatever I'm drinking, I get queasy. So yay on that. But with the flavoring and all that, it's got, I guess, enough flavor particles that I don't feel queasy. So that's good. But point being, hydration. Hopefully today I am going to get something recorded. I have been doing my very best to try and survive the turmoil of being on caffeine capsules, 200 milligram caffeine capsules, and then stopping the 200 milligram caffeine capsules. And while I'm still drinking a boatload of caffeine, that was just not helping. So I've had to take the 200 so I can sleep again. What was my point? I can't remember. But hydration, stay hydrated. We're going into summer here in the northern hemisphere. Yeah. Anyway, well, hydration is good no matter where you are. ADHD, squirrel. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yes, recording. Yeah, I'm gonna try Fallout New Vegas. I want to finish Dead Money, the one I'm doing, so I can get back out into the regular world. And oh yes, it's my character in Fallout, because I'm also playing that just for me, is, again, I've got to the point, it's just by squirreling and running around. My third level character found Fisto. And Fisto is a power fist. And so my character went from having to go bam, 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 3 shots with power, with, spiked knuckle dusters before people fell into pieces. Now with Fisto, oh, it's 1 shot, baby. Splash! So, yeah, she's been going up in levels quite a bit now that she's got the power glove. And she was already able to beat people so badly while they were wearing power armor that their limbs came off. Just with knuckle dusters. 5'4", 110 pounds, you will be pureed. And she's not even 10th level yet, so thumbs up on that. Yet? That. I don't have anything left there to talk about. I've been trying to remember and think about my setting stuff on all levels because I wanted to start my solo RPG thing, but I'm dealing with a whole bunch of executive dysfunction issues, along with trying to be able to, executive dysfunction issues, I'm trying to call other places that I need. So I'm dealing with a lot of executive dysfunction issues. Hopefully you're doing better. If you are a Patreon patron, thumbs up. Thank you so much. I would be a badly hurting monkey without your help. With your help, I am only a slightly hurting monkey, which puts me not quite on par with everyone else, but relative to myself and what it would be, I am from here to here as I would have been there to there. It's gotten me from being bad to a pretty good level, and that is greatly appreciated. I can buy things like medications. I owe money to the government that I gotta pay back. Eventually, I gotta replace my laptop. My Bluetooth adapter is failing. I occasionally have to turn it off entirely, or anything Bluetooth will not work. My USB ports, I have to continuously fiddle with the things that I plug into them to make them work. It has a wireless adapter that keeps going out, and if it dies, I have to reset my computer entirely, because if I don't, it's gonna blue screen. So it's worked well, and my computer is in my storage unit. When I get some money, I'm going to take it to a computer shop in town and say, you can see what's in it, you can see what they are, can you make it work, and then tell me what it costs. Because I tried putting it together. The thing is, after getting a gift of the motherboard and some RAM and the CPU, I wanted to wait and get somebody professional to get it done. The person who bought it for me rightfully wanted me to get it done, but I couldn't get it done professionally at that point, so I had to do it myself. I caved under pressure, which I shouldn't have, because that's why it's in the storage unit, because I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I have troubles following any simple instruction list anymore because of the ADHD, and that's not a simple checklist for putting it together. So it's dead until I can get it off to a place to take a look at it. I don't know if the motherboard works. I don't know if the chip is cracked. I don't know about anything. All I know is when I put it together and turned it on, it didn't work. So I tried to troubleshoot and it got worse. So rather than have it all just catch on fire, so children, moral of the story, don't cave to pressure. It doesn't help. Also, thank you so much, Patreon patrons and everybody, for going through the story. If you watched this far, if you could type computer problems into the comments to let me know that you watched this far, and to let the algorithm know that people actually watch the videos, that would be cool. Thumbs up and thank you. If you are a Patreon patron, even though I can't put your names up here yet, I will soon as I can. You are beautiful and awesome. Thumbs up and thank you. For everybody that leaves me comments, it is appreciated. I do my best. I read and appreciate them all. I at least thumbs up and heart the ones that YouTube shows to me. It doesn't show them all, but the ones that it does, I do. So thumbs up and thank you. Well, I'm in a half hour. I thought maybe I'd only make 7 or 8 minutes, and yet. So, I gotta get stuff done and then get back out on the road. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Yay for editing. You take care.